Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. We got a little community action for you this evening. Taking a page out of the tournament of the month here with some uh, spicy chicken, doom, and goddess types of flag sets. Some of the toughest, actually, flag sets that we do have in the community. I am Saberwolf. I am joined in the booth by Drinks Glue, the CFO of the Movie Cup. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Business is good in the Moogle Cup. We're bringing in more revenue than ever before. But enough about that. Tonight we are doing a community race about some more of the Magi Doom Rage flags.
Yeah, so Doom Rage is again. These are some of the toughest flags that we have in the Final Fantasy VI Worlds community class community because the statue bosses are in their usual places. They're shuffled with each other, but they are at the end of the game, maxed out with the levels that you currently have. But for Doom, each flag set is particular to like their element or their flavor of that statue. And for Doom's Rage is no fire, no bolt, no ultima because well he like ice spells, so that's why Ice Shield and Mega Elixirs are available. No
Mhm.
X Magic, no Magitech, and you do have some weapon item rewards. 50% equip rate, lower EP rewards than usual. If you do dragons, you do get auto reflect for 1, auto haste for 3, and auto image for 5. So doing 5 dragons will actually automatically give you Fenrir defenses, which is kind
Mhm.
of cool. But we're also thinking about using the weapons because we get plus 20 vigor, but magic power is minus 10 across the board with all our allies. This, I will say, Blue, that this flag set is probably my least favorite.
Mhm. It does pose some interesting decision points. For example, 5 dragons auto image is very powerful. However, there are sometimes reflect benefits you. There are sometimes you wish you weren't reflected. For example, when you would like to heal yourself. So there are some pros and cons to doing dragons in this flag set, but nevertheless, they exist.
Now, I believe we also only start with 2 characters in this, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, indeed, 2 characters we start with.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit. This is going to have a lot more narrow routing available to us because we only start with 2 characters now. Most seeds we start with 3, and even in the Poltergeist, I believe it's 4. Please, the Goddess is like 4. But for Doom, we only start with 2. So if you get, say, like, not no offense to you, Glue, but if you just get Yeti and Gao, it doesn't really give you much to choose from. It only gives you really 3 places to go.
Mhm. Well, technically 4 if you want to do a one character Kefkat Narsh.
Oh yeah, and again, there's also of course thieves available for possible Esper, but that doesn't give you character progression. If you want to look for character progression, like you said, there's only 3 or 4 options really on the table to really go. So
Yep. And one thing of note, the scaling in this flag set is based off checks, so everything starts off level 3, but as we work out collecting Espers, characters, or high tier items, every one of those we're getting is increasing our scaling, even if we're not getting the character or Esper, just the item for some dead checks. So everything starts off relatively easy, but as our runners progress throughout the seed, the experience the monsters and opponents get will outscale the experience our runners get.
yeah, definitely. And speaking of which, there's that gal I was just mentioning, and the other character is Setzer. Again, Setzer, again, very narrow pathing here. Setzer only has like 2 character options. Gal only has 2 character options. There is also Search Disguise from Setzer. However, that's only going to give you an Esper. So, if we want to progress the seed, we're going to have to choose one of like really 3 or 4 evils here. Also, just want to mention also we do have more. I believe we have more than 4 runners running this right now. Leo, I guess, is giving everybody just a bit of a head start here. But we do have Sigil, Ceres, Rose, Jesus the Frog, and Leo. Sigil, Ceres, and Jesus have been around for quite a while in our community, and really Sigil and Ceres have been on fire lately in some of the tournament action. And Leo, kind of a newcomer to the group, has played a lot of Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide off of the off in other areas and other tournaments. But this is really the first foray into the actual Worlds Collide live.
Yeah, we got a pretty good player pool, as Sableworth mentioned. I think that was throw on one of Gal's abilities.
Ooh, plus 10 vigor.
Yeah,
That's
plus 10 vigor with the throw is really nice.
I also saw a Genji armor that was picked up there in the treasure room. Looks like everybody's doing the Narsh World of Balance start strat here. Dried meat also in the I think that's the weapon shop.
Well,
So
they start with dried meat, so if you want to heal for
okay,
150 HP, fantastic. Pick up some more dried meat, but we do start with one, and that's
okay.
really nice when you have the gal start because it eliminates some of the panic if I don't find dried meat right away. How much time do I want to dedicate to this? Well, you can dedicate none.
Oh, that's awesome because and again, that's one of the features I kind of like with some of the newer flex sets we have coming out. Again, not to toot my own horn, but the relay race is another one where you actually start with dried meat, and that was fixed dice there in the Setzer free check, and we did find a fire shield. Now, fire
Ooh.
shield's cool. It does give us the protection for fire. However, fire and bolt magics are turned off. So even if we fire a fire or bolt shield, it will not teach us the fire or bolt 2 magics. And there again, they're on cue as thunder shield right there.
Yep. They still absorb. You still get all the perks. You still get to absorb fire and bolt and negate a few other abilities, or excuse me, other elements. But nevertheless, we are not getting those wonderful spells off of them. One cool thing about the fixed dice is we happen to have the natural fixed dice wearer in Setzer, so that's a nice find. Sometimes it's a little frustrating when you find fixed dice and you have to play the hope somebody got the ability to wear this or not. But with Setzer, that's thrown out the window. We can for sure use the fixed dice.
Yeah, and also 50% of equipment, I believe, is turned on as well. So it's a higher chance that our characters will be able to use fixed dice or VKs or Atma weapons or whatever is possibly on the table for our group. Warpstone's there available on Leo's side there. It looks like he's the frog right in the thick of it with the checks right now already. Dived into the Velt, and that is an NPC, which means it's going to be an Esper or item. So we still haven't found our character yet here as we
Nope.
feed him the hungry, hungry hippo dried meat, and it is an Esper Palador.
Nice. Always feels good to get the first Esper right off the bat. Yeah, I wonder if they used. Oh, that's a magic power plus 2 Esper. That is
Ooh, looks.
that's an Esper.
Yeah, especially with our -10 magic power start, that will definitely compensate that really easily. Also, I did see some thunder rods picked up here as well, so that kind of gets around the no bolt, no fire issue. Being able to have a rod that you can cast to be able to avoid that effect.
All right, I was wrong. I thought Jesus the Frog with his flash and his magic power plus 2 Esper would hop right into the trench, but it looks like he's going to do some more looting and maybe even just some more of his regular checks he has out and about to do because he's going to get his fixed dice here. But yeah, finding that magic power plus 2 before you ever take a battle, if we end up level 40,
Yeah.
um, I don't have a calculator in front of me, so feel free to chime in if you can do this math, but that's going to be 37 times 2, and that's going to be a very large number that I can't calculate. So that's a huge magic boost if he commits to it the entire
74.
seed. Yeah,
74 plus whatever the base stat is.
that sounds
But
about
yeah,
right.
yeah, and generally with -10, you're probably looking at around like 15 to 20. So you're still looking at around 94-ish, 90-ish, which is
Yeah,
again,
really,
it's plenty.
and really anything over 40 magic power is a pretty good character from a magic standpoint, early, mid, or late game. But if we're going to end up with 90 magic power on that gal or that Setzer, if we want to go that route, that is insanely broken and honestly too much.
Yeah, for sure. And we do have the thief check as soon as these NPCs move out of the way for Jesus the Frog here. Jesus the Frog here. Yeah, I did that line. Thank you very much, guys. Offering with a hyper risk there in the relic shop in the World of Balance Zen. I didn't see the amount that was on the Zen Thief, so
50,239
50.
GP and 41 cents.
And wasn't an Esper? I didn't see that. The text was so fast I didn't even see it. I'm not sure it was an Esper or
Oh, I think it said, I think it did say Glowy Stone. But
okay.
we're going to pass on that 51,000 GP Zen Thief for now.
Okay. Especially to go roll the ruin because of knowing that it is an
Yeah,
Esper. But then again, every time you do a character, Esper or Dragon, the scaling is going to go up. So right now, Ceres, Rose, and Jesus the Frog at 2.5 with 3 total. I mean, you're looking at 6, 7, 8. These guys are only level 3, so they're currently -5 levels below the scaling. But Jesus the Frog is jumping in the trench already. This is his like third or fourth check already in this run, and we're only 6
I like it. Yeah. I fully expect Jesus the Frog at some point in time to see what's going on in the
Oh,
World of Ruins and Thief situation, but I like this. We got a Flash, we got the Magic Power plus 2 Esper. That's more than enough to get going.
I also saw bolt edges there in South Figueroa World of Balance there in the weapon shop. That's another way of getting around the firebolt issue is buying those shurikens.
Very true.
Especially when they have a throw gal available with tools, I think. It's a throw tools gal,
I think it's
so
Tools Jump. I think I saw Tools and I wanted to see
tools jump,
Throw.
okay.
Um, Fantastic heads up play here
Oh,
with
no.
Zetzer. He
Oh,
is
double
capturing.
stop!
I take it back. This is awful. Run, Jesus the Frog, run. He was capturing the rods off the Wizards. That was a great heads up play.
Oh,
However, the
yeah.
Wizards fought back a little bit, and that's unfortunate.
Stop in the name of the law. They were thieves and they try to stop him from being, from having their hands chopped off,
Hey,
apparently, there.
the hand got caught in the cookie jar. It happens.
Yes, you do indeed. My frog, not deterred, is going to jump right back into the water and try to swim for shore again. While the rest of our runners is diving into the basements of South Figaro. We're still looting around. Mega Elixir's there and shop there for Leo. I believe that's in Zen World of Balance. It is. Looks like Sigil is going to Zen World of Balance. So they're going to check out the price of their shiny stone. Okay, so we're just going to drop one of the Thunder Rods. We're not even going to try to steal from him, apparently. We're just going to kill him immediately.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
All right, looks like Sigil has found the good news. There's offerings to be had. Looks like he may commit to with the fixed dice, and it looks like maybe committing trying to get that offering out of there right now.
Yeah, but selling that Genji armor would really feel bad though if you
Yeah,
did
because
do that.
we're not getting more good armor from chest. We're getting them from from shops. Excuse me, rewards. We're getting from shops or from chest.
Yeah, but we're still about 20,000 short here. I think
Yeah.
they're going to have to sell it if they really want it. And they are going to sell it. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're
I
still
can.
short. They're still, oh man, no, they still need another 10,000 or something like that.
I appreciate the aggression. How attached to that flame shield are you? Is a good
Jeez.
question.
So, I mean, obviously it's going to go on the Setzer. So we do have Flash, Gao, Fixed Dice offering Setzer. Early game, not great, because the Fixed Dice do scale off of the levels for the calculation of the damage. Oh, goodness gracious, this is an interesting fight.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, but the roulette actually targeted itself and missed, but we still get through it.
Nicely done by Jesus the Frog.
Yeah, you really scared me to see roulette. I mean, I know there was 2 versus 2 there, so it was a 50-50 chance of landing on you, and there's Stray Cat.
Ooh, so that's we find a rage later. That fixed dice can be transferred over possibly.
Yeah, 4 times damage on those Fixed Dice, and wow, that cow with the flash is doing work. Ooh, earrings there for Sarah's Rose. We'll see where that is exactly here in a second. It's in Zen World of Ruin.
All right, moment of truth here for my froggy friend. Is this a character or is it? Oh no, that's not a character. So we are down to Kefkat Narsh or Daryl's Tomb for a possible character number 3.
Yeah, in Kefka Narsh, there's a golden hairpin there in the relic shops. The kid's not total loser there. Yeah, it feels bad if it's going to be Kefka Narsh. I would imagine they're going to do Tomb first. Tomb is technically a quote-unquote peekable check, even though it's kind of the end of the run. Well, both are kind of peekable. I mean, because they're both at the ends of the dungeons that you have to run through. But Sarah's Rose loading up on the earrings here. Oh, and the Gale hairpin, very nicely added in there.
We got a question from chat from the Steve 27. Steve asks, now that we have fixed dice, how quickly do you want to get that offering? We have seen. I think 2 of the runners have seen it with the fixed dice in tow. if you were to like make a line chart of where fixed dice is effective, level 10 to level 30 is when that chart is off the rails. It's going up into the sky, and then it kind of slows down. So I would say the two runners that have seen it, if you can comfortably get it when you see it, it's a fantastic. It's great early mid game. However, I would say if we are gated by Kefkat Narsh for a character and we have to 1v1 that fight, the runners that do get that offering will be highly favored in that fight because that's a great 1v1 fight solver.
Right. Pearl Lance, Jesus the Frog was playing Ring Around the Rosary with the NPC there. Does see the Pearl Lances for sale there in the weapon shop, World of Ruin Narsh. Sorry, World of Ruin South Figure rather. Is going to snag some of those up. That's going to be some great damage here for them. As Sigil and Cirrus Rose following the frog down into the waters here in the Serpent Trench here, going to do their checks now. Leo has yet to do any real major checks here, but is going to equip that offering. They're going to sell everything for the offering as well.
Nothing wrong with that.
And they're going down the trench. So I would say Frog has a slight lead on everybody else here with two characters, two Espers. Looks like Sigil possibly did not pick up that Esper for free. On the Velt, I guess didn't use their dread meat. No, they must have gotten it. They had to have gotten it before coming in here.
Yeah, it looks like Schwantz has updated the tracker, so he must have grabbed it. We do start with dried meat, so unless we accidentally sell it.
Aggressive move here from Frog. I mean, he's been the most aggressive runner here on screen. Doing Search the Skies, running into a Ultros 3 fight. Kind of lucky. I mean, Ultros usually the easier fights here. Ultros 3 probably the worst of the three. And wow. Yeah, this that whole fixed ice thing with the whole snake eyes is kind of have to be worried about it a little bit. But is on stage 2 of the fight.
Yeah, just don't roll ones and you'll be fine.
Yeah, triple snake eyes never feels good.
All right. So this cannot be a character for Jesus the Frog. It can only be an Esper or an item. So we will unearth some new information about the seed. However, it just won't be pointing us quite in the right direction yet.
And it's Ifrit.
Very nice.
Or Ifrit. Depending on where you grew up when this game came out. And they are going to go with the tomb here. As Cirrus Rose of the three of our underwater runners gets the news that it is an Esper, not a character. So Jesus the Frog, with the most wealth of knowledge under the belt here, is going to go into the tomb, which is one of the two places left that a character might be. And there's behemoth suits there available for Rose there. I didn't see that earlier in the armor shop.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. And both Gao and Zetzer can wear it. That 50% equip rate coming in clutch.
My least favorite seed has my least favorite enemy to fight, Mad Oscars. I hate these things, and all the Final Fantasies.
What is your what grudge do you hold against Mr. Oscar?
Just the conditions it does to your whole entire team. It's just really annoying, especially if you don't have any antidotes or remedies or something. When you go diving into a dungeon and you just kind of have to sit there and just figure life out because you have nothing to go with. So
that's fair.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hate the statuses that it puts on the party. But Stinkers, by the way, shout out to Schwans, who's in our chat giving some information to our chat following along here. They are also our restreamer and tracker tonight, so shout out to them for helping host the event. And they did post our runners, so be sure to follow our runners on their Twitch channels: Sigil, Cirrus Rose, Leo, and Jesus the Frog on their Twitch channels.
Yeah. Fun fact about the Schwans 27: he's a fantastic guy.
Yes, he is.
All right, Jesus the Frog is winning the race through Daryl's tomb.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. I don't know who rolled. I don't remember who rolled this, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Kefkat Narsh gated, and that is just appropriate.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah,
all seeds should be Kefkat Narsh gated.
Yeah, definitely. Jesus the Frog is having the slight lead because they did double back through South Figaro to loot that. So this is actually a closer race than actual an actual scene because they did jump and do the checks and not do South Figaro when everybody else did. But catching the South Figaro has definitely pulled pretty much all of our runners closer together now. But looks like Jesus the Frog's going to be the first one to check the tomb, and the verdict is Strago. No way. I know. I think that's actually worse.
All right, well, we may be seeing a burning house at least.
Uh, yeah, I mean,
I,
uh,
this can get awkward because remember, with the magic penalty and some of the roto spells being removed, if we have to climb Fanatic's tower, we're relying on magic or bust.
yeah. If there's a character at Magic Tower, this is going to be a very, very difficult run. We do have the ability to cast Ifrit. I don't think resummon's on for. I think resummon's turned off. For
It
Doom.
is. Yeah.
So we can only cast like stuff like Ifrit once.
I'm not going out to the external world. I just started a prediction in the Twitch chat. Where are we going to find our next character? Is it going to be at one of Strago's checks, and if so, which one? Or at the Kefkat Narsh? Bet your channel points, and we'll see where our next character is.
Nice.
And it will be the next character that we actually acquire. So even if we go peak Fanatic's Tower right now, we have to go get them. So make your predictions, peeps.
Well, I am putting 3,000 of my bits because I have 51,000 on this channel. I'm putting
nice.
3,000 on Feneg's Tower.
I'm going to put. So I'm gonna hedge a little bit. I'm going to guess Ebba because I think that's like probably most likely
well,
where
you better
everybody
get him
else goes
quick
next.
because we're checking the tower right now. It's
Hurry up,
not.
type. I'm trying to type.
Oh, he's going in anyways? Whoa, hello. Saris, let's talk about this.
All right, I put my vote in for Ebbett's Rock.
Well, that's no fair. We already know it's not Fanatics, man. I just lost all my money.
That's all right. Can I gift you channel? Can I gift you channel points? I have a lot. Let me see if I can gift you channel points.
No. I have 51,000, dude. I'm fine.
I don't want to press that button. That's the ban button. Okay.
Ah!
All right, we'll stop.
Don't muzzle the wolf, okay?
I'm curious though why we're maybe they have more rods than what I realized, but this could get sideways fast if we get up there and
yeah, it definitely can. And also, it's kind of unfair with this Magic Tower because the enemies that we fight here can use whatever abilities they want. They don't have to like be banned just to magic for this fight. So I think you're right about we have a lot more rods than we anticipate here.
Mhm.
But yeah, Frog and Rose definitely want to get that guaranteed Esper because when there's an NPC at the bottom of the tower, that indicates that it is a guaranteed Esper. This is a guaranteed check. So, not to mention it's 3 checks. This one, Magic Tower is actually 3 checks rolled in one. Oh goodness gracious, this is a horrible fight.
Ooh, this is a rough one.
This has got to be the worst boss to have here. Super high magic defense.
That ice shield's got to go.
Yeah, the ice shield. Yeah, granted, the ice shield when you break an item bypasses the magical defense. But this specific boss, no, luckily we get it in one shot. But this boss specifically, you have to kind of want to use physical attacks against it. Because it has very weak defense, but super high magic defense. But Desirel's able to get around it. We'll see how Frog is going to drop the shield or not. Meanwhile, Leo is going to be our first runner forwaying into the Ebbett's Rock. See if there's a character in here. And if there's no character in Ebbett's Rock, then we're back to Narsh again or Burning House. And both of them are actually really stinky.
Well, I don't think Narsh is very stinky. I think Narsh smells actually really nice.
Well, I meant the chicks are stinky.
Oh yeah, doing Kefkat Narsh without access to the other chicks there, definitely. All right, so I'm curious here. Yeah, Ceres is indeed going to take the dragon, gold dragon. I think we have enough to get through this without breaking all the consumables.
Well,
Maybe.
it looks like they're
Yeah.
trying to break the shield anyways.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you take a one-shot bolt to the face, maybe that speeds you up a little bit.
I would have liked to have him use the Phoenix down on Strago to get him back up again before trying to kill the dragon here, but maybe Strago doesn't have any good items or abilities.
I disagree. Strago was perfectly fine taking a nap here. Matter of fact, if you wanted to cast Ice 3 on him to get rid of him, I would support that as well.
Well, we can't cast Ice 3 anymore because our Ice 3 user is down now with Setzer. By the way, you can't save in the tower, so if Ceres wipes here, he's got to start the tower all over again. Or she has to start the tower over again. There's a bolt. Okay, Thunder Shield's on Gao, so probably Gao's not going to go down this fight, so she should be okay here. Ogres and Marshals. By the way, over on Leo's screen and also Sigil's screen, it is Ogre and Marshal. Not an easy fight either here.
Yeesh. So, Jesus the Frog resetting out of his Rexel fight. Suresh struggling with Gold
Sunbite.
Marshal.
2 Sunbites.
Yeesh.
Oh, that's Fixed Dice on. Oh, it's Fixed Dice offering on Strago. Oh, no. Do not target Gao. Do not kill the Gao. Do not target the Gao. Okay. Well, Strago killed one of them. Okay, all our attention right now is on Sigil's screen because Strago's trying to axe the whole party here. Have to get this ogre down. Oh! 1 HP left on Strago. Zombite comes out again, hits Setzer. Look, it doesn't kill anybody here. We're weight tricking on Strago here, trying to get the Fixed Dice out here. Again, this is Fixed Dice offering. It's going to roll 4 times. Okay, Ogre's definitely down. Can they kill the Marshal here? Yes! Oh, get through it. Oh, he blocks the attack back behind! And able to get the experience of the fight! Wow. Oh, and it's a character! Oh, or is it not? No, it's not. It was
Yeah, it's
Esper.
an Esper.
Oh, no, it's my bad. It's an Esper. Oh, no. So, okay, well, we're back to Narsh again. Sorry, the action's going fast and furious here. Leo, checking that is a character at Narsh. It is Terra at Narsh, which is kind of nice because one of the checks for Terra is in Narsh, so. But we're going to have to 2-man this.
Yeah, we're fine with a Fixed Dice offering. Strago can just stay to the side.
Ceres, Rose, and Frog both completing their Espers, but in the meantime, they're in a Sigil fight. Also, Frog picking up, I believe they went to Opera House for a dragon, am I mistaken?
Yeah, Jesus the Frog went to the Opera House Dragon to get because he wiped to the Rexel while the Ogre fight was transpiring on the left side of the screen.
Okay, so they did not get their Esper off the tower then?
No, they reset out.
Okay.
I think the only one that's maybe done Search the Skies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So that's why they're still Espered tied here with Ceres Rose. So technically Sigil, with the slight lead here, unfortunately is in the wrong place here as they do the Everett's Rock combo into Burning House, which is not a bad idea. I mean, Burning House could still have a character. But Leo does get through the fight. The newest member to our on-stream running is actually leading here, and that's a lore Terra. Now we have reduced magic -10, but we do have that +2 Esper to bring it back up again. And unfortunately, it doesn't have any decent lores.
Yeah, that's fine. There's an Atma weapon we know at top of the next tower, so if Leo ever makes their way up there, they have that to hang on to.
Oh, and there's Katana Soul on Sigil's
nice.
screen. That is another offering. So Atma is at the top of the Phoenix Tower, and we do have an offering.
That's
a regular fight. No, that's a
This
regular
is not
fight.
another offering. This is as many offerings as you want because you can reset the room.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Huh. Too bad you don't have. Too bad we haven't found noise blasters.
Yeah, we don't get any
That would-
experience for this fight, but we get a lot of GP. We get an offering, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sizzle did maybe 2 of them.
Yeah. Piggybacking on the money thing, we can actually buy any rods we want. So we're gonna be breaking rods like crazy, having how
Yeah.
many fights we get through here.
Yeah, he's gonna be so wealthy, he might be able to afford a Switch too.
You know, that is still on my list to get. It's pretty much going to be a Christmas present now.
All right, Leo is through the Welt Cave spot. That's a nice thing about finding Terra the Kefildar spot, because it feels bad to go through. At least you can get a free check out of it. Well, not a free check, but an immediate check because you're in the right spot at least.
Yep, that's for sure. And that's a Cyan character. So we are 5 characters, 3 Espers for Leo here. And Cyan going into the group here, replacing. Looks like we're replacing Strago. Meanwhile,
I like
Rose
that
is
move.
on the Zombite fight, and Zombite. Boy, Setzer. I guess they really like the taste of Setzer here.
Okay, that answers my
Oh
question. I
no,
was going
fixed
to
dice
ask who had the
offering.
fixed dice for Saras, and the answer is everybody gets it now.
Well, again, yeah. Oh no, doesn't kill Strago. Luckily.
All right,
Oh,
Leo heading on
Zombite
over.
again.
Leo heading on over to the Imperial Treasure Room with Terra. It's definitely not too late in the
Oh
siege to
no.
capitalize on what's in there, and that's a Excalibur and a Ragnarok back to back. So far in the Imperial Treasure Room.
Wow. Saris Rose able to get through that fight. Strago was zombie bit. Setzer was stopped. But the quad jump from Gal able to get through and get that Bismarck Esper.
How many Katana Souls does Sigil want? This is the 4th one, I think.
Well, I mean, apparently he wants to buy out the auction house, maybe?
Maybe he
I mean,
wants to
auction
retire early? Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
maybe. So we know the path of characters are in Narsh because Terra and Cyan are both there.
hmm
Kind of surprised Leo actually doesn't go to the Dream immediately here. And pick up the triple pot 2, maybe 3 Espers off of that to really pull ahead in this game. But is going to go for this free check here, which is the Terra's Esper Cave. It's a bit of a long dungeon run, however, it is a free check because there's no forced fights here. Yeah, this was Sigil getting some more katana fights in. This was actually accidental. Saris Rose, by the way, is also in the Burning House.
Yeah, this is about the point in the seed where we'll start seeing some divergence, especially if there's a character at the Burning House, because it may be a while, maybe never, even if we ever. That's an offering in the chest race used to frog. On a random floor, my goodness, there's a lot
Wow.
of offerings to be had in this seed, but I think we will see some divergence now with the Terra Cyan immediately back to back.
Well, that's an Atma offering in the same place here, so I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't really matter because we got the Katana Souls here in front of us. But that's actually Emma an offering there for Jesus the Frog. Pearlant's dead check there at the end of the Terra Mountain, Terra Cave check here. So I'd be very surprised if Leo doesn't go straight to leader into Dream here.
All right. Let's see here. I think Sigil will go for it, but let's see with the capture if Sigil can get the Genji Glove off of the double hand. Because if he can, with his 27 offerings, that's gonna be a pretty nice find.
Well, Pearlance isn't too big of a big sad because, and by the way, the money for Sigil also gonna be able to buy that Magicite there off of the Zen Thief here. So I was gonna sell the Pearlance. I'm gonna sell everything. Looks like for this. Also, Leo also picked up a Ragnarok somewhere.
In the Imperial Treasure Room.
Okay. And Zenith is an Alexander.
Ooh, nice. Cyan can wear the Ragnarok.
Wow, and Cyan actually has high vigor, but the plus 20 vigor start. He's going to be smashing some faces, and I think there's a lot of a gauntlet available somewhere too, so could definitely benefit from that as well. And there's the play I was just talking about there. Leo going to leader. Probably going to follow up with Dream. Sigil finally at the end of the burning house is a burning ghost on a chariot there at the end of it.
All right. No character at Doma Siege. However, it may be a little bit longer before we find the next character because we still got quite a few checks to work through. No character at Burning House. That's Shote for Sigil, and thus will be Shote for Ceres when she makes her way to the end of it.
By the way, who rolled this seed? I mean, Katana Souls, Ogres. I mean, it's kind of insane. And Darkness, who's my Moogle, by the way, shout out to my Moogle who's in chat here, did pick up that it is Kefka Narsh mandatory here.
All right, Saberwolf, we are just about crossing the 33-minute mark on everybody's screen. Who would you say right now is in the lead between the four runners on screen?
100% Leo. As I say that, he almost wipes to a... Oh, but you know what? Terra's going to learn that. That was Quasar, I believe, for from Atma Weapon. So if we can get Terra up... No, it doesn't matter. We'll learn it anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll have Quasar on Terra. So I'm going to say Leo has a commanding lead here.
I'm going to... That Quasar... It's been a while since I looked at the ability tables, but I think that Quasar, where he's at in the seed, was a pretty unfortunate roll because that was like a 10 to 20% chance of that happening.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, it's when Atma Weapon, and Senior Behemoth. I mean, those are the ones you have to kind of worry about with the random spells and stuff, but learning Quasar on a Terra is going to be huge for the rest of this run. As they do pick up another Esper with Stray, so that's going to be great for Burning House. But yeah, no, if Leo goes into Dream right now, they could come out of there with 5 characters and 8 Espers. They could be 2 checks away from unlock. The only worry about Leo is that if it is just 3 Espers here, you're going to have to start worrying about your levels because you're going to be completely outscaling the end game above you. So I'm a little worried about that. Oh, she's Golden Hairpin, Genji Shield for Terra after she got Quasar. Wow.
Yeah, I think Leo here, with the fixed dice offering, we're still firmly in the mid game, and that's where the fixed dice offering shines. I think he's perfectly fine. It will get interesting, as Saberwolf said, when he gets a little later into the seed in the Kefka's Tower shenanigans and whatnot. But if he gets there quick enough, like he is doing right now, there may be some options on the table for him, because 7 characters skip means we're probably going to stumble across 7 characters pretty easily.
Yeah, I could get 7 character skip there. I'm also thinking that... Oh, jeez. Well...
We're fine.
Yep, we do have offering fixed dice for this fight. However, they're not rolling very nicely. The last one was a little better. We do have Quasar for Terra, so she can cast around this.
Yeah, and with still having Flash, we can stun his ATB as he's doing wall change a decent amount, so we can minimize the turns Magic Master does get here if Leo wants to go that route. And we do have some, with all those shields, we do have some...
we do have
look, we got
Berserk.
Berserk floating around. That's even better.
Okay, yeah. I think Leo knew they had Berserk, but they're trying to figure out which character had it. So hopefully you get back. Oh, by the way, morph on Cyan with the Ragnarok. So keep that in mind later on in the seed. If this is an Esper here, especially if this is Gollum or Fenrir, Leo is not going to look back here.
Let's go back to Jesus the Frog a little bit. He took that wipe to Rexall. He's rebound quite nicely. Of course, as I say that, his characters are being turned into zombies as we speak, but he's working his way back into this. But I think Leo, that Magic Master was kind of a pivotal point for Leo. He needs to be walled some way, somehow, to stop this momentum going. And that Magic Master was an opportunity, but looks like it's not going to happen there if it's going to happen at all.
Yeah, Leo is just busting through the seed right now, while everybody's struggling with random katana souls and burning houses and being zombie bit and stuff like that. Leo is just charging constantly forward here. Saris Rose, by the way, finding out the magic formula, finally finding the Terra there at Nar's Sigil is slightly ahead of him, able to do that already. Jesus the Frog still trying to figure out where Terra is. Unfortunately, looks like they're going to go into a burning house instead. They don't know. That's right. They hadn't seen the character yet, so because they wiped there, so those are going to repeat the fight here in the burning house.
Yeah, part of the problem was he lost in the burning house, and then the last time he saved was before he beat the boss in Ebbets Rock.
Oh, that's why you got to pump those ABS brakes, guys. You got to always be saving. Leo helping the soldiers chase the imp out of the cave there. Sarasro's finally picking up their Terra there. By the way, interesting enough, Saris Rose and Sigil do have higher levels than Leo does. At least before the Magic Master. Let's see what they have. No, they're about the same. So same levels here across the board.
I think Leo still has Search Disguise too, so he has some quick checks to get up that Esper count.
Yeah, I mean, they still could get double Esper off this because that is an imp. So that is an Esper. And it could be one more Esper on the throne after this. So we'll see what that entails here, as Quasar could come out here.
Quasar will come out here.
Yeah, I don't know if Grand Train's going to be casted by Hayden here. I don't know if she's going to cast it on us or not. But we're able to get rid of all the little guys here, so Setzer can go to work there on the fixed dice. And judging from these rolls, I do not think Hayden's going to be able to cast their big spell. As a no. Probably Jesus the Frog. I think they're doing World of
I think they're pivoting to some dragons, and maybe they can just try to find like an Illumina or something to rebound in.
Yeah, interesting pivot there. Of course, going up to the top of Narsh is not going to be a character. It is going to be an Esper item there. As okay, that's rough. Ooh, Orlance there for Gao. We did see Dragonhorn there on Sarah, so maybe we could do a jumping Dragonhorn Orlance Gao would be kind of nice to do. And that is not an Esper. Magus Rod instead for Leo, but that is a big boost to magic power item there. They still walk away with 2 Espers there in the dream. Cure 2 there on Alexander, so a little bit of healing. Since Leo has not done any dragons, that means they don't have Reflect on their party. unlike Saris and Jesus do, so they will be able to cast like heal spells on themselves. As Leo is going to go into the Pumbaba check. This is a peekable check, and you talk to the girl at the top of the room here. They will tell you what the reward's going to be. And it is an Esper. That is Tara's dad, actually, Maduin. Meanwhile, Sigil is currently doing the Dream, fighting their Magimaster right now. Saris Rose is going to go into the leader check here. And again, Jesus is still in the top of Narsh here, fighting Vargas and the Pooh Bears, but does go down.
Yeah, some fantastic weight tricking going on there by Sigil. However, that's an even more fantastic Bolt 3 that's going to take out a few party members or two. Maybe 3.
Oh, and Leo just found earrings for themselves in the World of Ruin Tizen.
Sigil going to reset out of that Magimaster fight. That is unfortunate there for him.
Yeah, they have to back out of the Dream again. Dream does have 2 Espers entailed. Leo pivoting now to Mount Zozo here, which is Cyan's other check. This could be a character. It does have a dragon included. I don't know if they're going to do the dragon here or not.
I would reckon that if he's committed this long dealing without it, he just doesn't want to deal with the reflect.
Yeah, I find myself doing that myself, is that I don't even want to bother with Reflect, because if I want to be able to cast Life 3, Cure 3, Life 2, or not Life 2 doesn't matter because you're already dead. But if I want to cast Life 3 and Cure 3 on my party, I want to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to reflect Life 3 back on the other on the opponents.
Yeah, it'd be a big sad. But the levels are really low for Leo, and wow, they went a long time without saving, by the way.
I do think maybe because you walk past the dragon, maybe this is like will convince Leo to switch, and yeah, he's going to take the dragon. It's really hard to come up here and pass on the dragon. You have to like pretty much be power overwhelming or really disciplined. It's sort of combination of the two to do that, but looks like he's going to go ahead and take one and get the auto reflect.
Yeah, right on. Saris Rose, by the way, doing Terra's cave check, which we know is dead. Jesus the Frog finally finding the Terra there at the top of Narsh. So 44 minutes in, that's going to feel bad for them. That now they're just finding the character now. Also, Sigil fight is also joining Leo up in the Mount Zozo, but having some big difficulties against the White Dragon as only Setzer is up, but Leo continues to march forward, getting through that dragon.
That was a Valiant Knife from the Pearl Dragon, and we saw 2 people could wear it, so somebody in the party can for sure wear it.
Wow, with all the offerings we have in Burning House, which Leo did not do, and that's a realm. That's character number 6 for Leo. Now just 2 Espers away here. We know Search the Skies is an Esper, and we do have Realm, who is a peekable check with the cave. So it looks like we're probably gonna look at those 2. I'm gonna guess here.
That is actually a nice find because Realm only has 2 checks, and he just needs one more character check to find one more character for the skip. So he's probably going to find another character anyways. However, if it was something like saving with 5 checks, then maybe you find, the Espers you need. You'll have a lot of checks left, and it's kind of like in an awkward spot. But that Realm, that's not a problem whatsoever. It's just 2 or nothing.
Yeah, and normally you welcome Realm into your party. However, this is a kind of a bit of an anti-magic seed, and having Dance is not going to cut it for them. But there's that Search the Skies check. We know it's an easy Ultros fight here. This is an Esper. They will be at 6 characters, 8 Espers. And they will once again take the lead again, as they are currently tied with Saris Rose, technically.
Sigil, with all of his offerings, does get the Valiant Knife, so he'll be able to utilize that a little bit more so than Leo and the other runners that find it may be able to do so. But maybe too little too late, because those are the type of breaks Sigil needed, but maybe he needed those 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, Sigil will find a bit of a more, like I said, a bit of a more power spike here compared to the other three runners on screen here.
I'm gonna guess Leo's going straight to Esper Mountain next. I know that because his airship's pointing that direction. And he just parked his airship in front of him, so that may be a sign as well. That's about what that is about. What is about to happen. Yeah, Leo will like best case scenario is Leo gets unlocked and he's level 35. So he has a couple choices here. Leo can pursue the dragons as the Steve 27 is mentioning in chat. We're gonna get skipped now because this is Gogo, and Gogo's gonna be character number 7 for us. Leo could also possibly load his full usable party of 4 members into the right lane into Kefka's Tower, and let them do the Inferno spot, the Guardian spot, and the Poltergeist spot for the extra levels. That should push them around to level 40 or so. We may be incredibly trolled with a run of characters and dead checks that we end up in the higher 30s, looking for the last few espers. But I think more than likely or not that Leo is a seasoned runner. He knows his way around the statue fight. I think he's going to do a full right ring clear. Right, Gogo in tow. Gogo immediately passed upon. Makes sense. Can't really capitalize on the Mimic Man with what we've been working with so far. I feel like Sigil is entering the portion of his seed where he kills the Opera Dragon. That's always one of my favorite parts at times of the seed is when we go kill the Opera Dragon. And Leo does know where Esper 9 can be if he wants to go that route because he has already peaked Mobliz, which we know is Maduin.
Yep.
And that's where he's going.
Oh, it doesn't do the dog trick though.
No, absolutely. Oh, doesn't pet the dog, makes the dog spawn though. So I'm curious what's his move here. Does he like the dog? Does he not like the dog?
I think he likes the dog.
He didn't pet it.
Yeah, but he didn't despawn him either.
Yeah.
But this will be unlocked for Leo, and check skip. You said skip was 7, right? So we also have that too, right?
Yeah, well, he already has 7 characters, so he has his Kefka Tower skip.
And we do have quick on. We have quick on Cyan as well. I'm tempted to think that. Would you run the tower as a 004 to get some extra levels, and then use the skip to get back in to get the 2 sides?
I think so. Because we're taking this route to get the for sure Esper. We could go get levels by killing dragons, but I think the full tower clear with the skip already in tow keeps the needle moving, pushing the needle towards beating the game while doing the same thing. So I think that's like the fastest possible route that Leo has here to accomplishing his goal, which is to beat the game and get the required levels to beat the game. So I fully expect Leo to do that here. Did not expect that Leo to do 2,500 damage to a Terra.
Yeah, and I was expecting the Alexander to do more damage than that. And I think this might be a white. Oh, nope. He's still hanging in there.
Yeah.
This Thunder Rod should do it. Gao has a lot of levels of magic here, so yeah, quad 9s. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, problem solved.
Yeah, but I think we're going to need those levels, especially after a wheel against Terra that does that much.
Yeah.
There's no way Terra's going to be able to face Lily by herself.
Yeah, I don't think we need the levels for the final fight. I think we just need them for the statue fights because Gao is going to be fine. Maybe his Cyan will be fine, but the other side, less so much. No, maybe he's going to do the Opera Dragon and then just go straight in. I like the aggression, though.
Didn't get the free heal though. Yeah, I'm down with the Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I know running the tower takes a bit of time, but I mean, the dragons will give haste if they do both dragons, which means they're going to have to go, I'm guessing, Narsh for the second one.
Well, this is the second dragon, so there's 2 dragons in
Well,
the
I mean the
tower.
second one after this one. I mean
Yeah.
3 total.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because in Doom's Rage, physical offense, other than like some very fortunate HP Espering with the Valiant Knife offering, physical offense just is not as viable as Magic at level 30. It flips so much when you get to level 40 and beyond, but it's just really awkward in these seeds where you end up at level 30 in the low 30s, and there's a lot of solutions to that. It's just, a lot of pros and cons. You can go kill the Opera Dragon. The Opera Dragon gives you an Illumina, and that flips everything upside down. That solves the Doom fight for you if you can get the Lumina wearer in that fight. Sometimes it gives you a Mega Stride and doesn't really do anything for you because you also push up the scaling. So it's just it's a sticky pickle, but there's a lot of vinegar you can put that pickle into.
Okay. Right on. I wasn't expecting the pickle reference there.
I'll apologize if you don't enjoy pickles.
No, actually, I don't. But and also Schwann's is also making a point. Who's our restreamer tracker? We don't have commerce protection. I don't think anybody has commerce protection, but everybody can use a Mirage Vest. So I guess this is our commerce protection this way.
That's one solution.
I mean, that's one way to do it. Oh, and a cat hood too. Okay.
Schwantz, are you there? Are you still there, Schwantz? Are you still around? Can I ask you a question on stream?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. What do you need?
Whoever told you need commerce protection? Who was the first person?
I mean,
your mentor or?
I mean, you don't, but yes. Who told me I needed? Well, when I first started learning Worlds Collide back in the Stone Age, we would take our 2 antennas on our TV and try and hold them just right so that I could pipe in Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide streams into my CRT, and that's how I learned that you needed comless protection from watching a bunch of races. So it was the glorious commentators of the races of yore that did it. Now
the question is, did you have an antenna splitter? So you could split between the antenna on the roof and your Super Nintendo NES or your Super NES game console?
We also had an illegal cable box here, so I was getting all the fun channels that you weren't supposed to get back in the day.
All right. I see what you mean there.
Has the statute of limitations run out on that sort of thing?
Probably.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I just committed a felony on stream.
A little bit, but my other question is, where did Sabin come from there on Jesus the Frog?
Sabin was in Zozo Tower.
Yeah.
Which is, that was a really good heads-up play for him, because I think he was feeling like, I need to make a move here because I died a few times. And Sabin's a great character to run into because his checks are really good, and there's Final Kefka unlock for Jesus the Frog, second on our restream here. So in spite of all those struggles, that play to go get Sabin, or to make a play at Zozo Tower was a really good call there.
Yeah, plus he's got his skip now.
And Saros is trying to offering swing and scimitar to get the auto proc to insta kill the train, but whiffed all 4 times. And is now going to switch back to the Atma weapon, I believe, again, but it's currently in the back row, so this is still going to do less damage than normal. Gets to kill anyways. Meanwhile, on Leo's side, they are in the tower now. They're going to take out the Senior Behemoth second stage with the insta-kill Doom. He's going to pick up a Behemoth suit, even though just bought all those Mirage vests. And did do the skip to get into the tower, so
I
we
think he's
are
doing
going
a
to
full
try
right
to
lane clear.
solo.
No, I think he's doing a full right lane clear. He has to skip because he has 7 characters.
Yeah, but he split 2 characters mid.
I guess we lost his stream. Let me see if I can pull up his personal stream. Maybe it was a.
Yeah, it just
I'm
went
curious
down for
now.
a second. I think the FAA heard my illegal activities and zapped me a little bit. So
Oh,
that makes
I'm
sense,
pulling him
yeah.
back up right now.
Okay, I see. He's at the Guardian spot. Oh, he's going for it. Kudos to Jesus the Frog for
wow.
recovering, not giving up. He got that frog in him, and he's soldiering on. But will it be enough to catch General Leo?
I don't know if it's going to catch Leo or not, as fixed. Luckily, we have fixed dice for the goddess spot here. Love token does not affect you when you do have the offering on a character. And I think this is going to be the kill on goddess right there. No, it's not. She's very close. Ooh, it's going to take out Realm. Nope, Realm survived. Ooh, these are low rolls. We need one more big one. One big roll. One more. There we go. That's enough.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the offering fixed dice situation. So if Leo is aware, if all the party members that can or cannot wear that, he can shuffle that around for the statue fights here, and be more than fine. So that's a fantastic heads up play. If he does so, or we also remember we have a Ragnarok with plus Gal with Gal should have, what did you say earlier? 90 magic power.
Well, if they had it on the whole time,
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the stats though, because obviously you're going to shift around the Esper once in a while to learn other spells.
Mhm.
So you're not going to get the clean 34 levels worth of Esper.
Oh, he's
Timing.
got 90
You
magic
got
power.
90. Well, you got
Yeah,
90, so you did
that's a
leave it
fair
on, I
amount.
guess.
Yeah.
But they did split the party, though, so Leo is going to try to do this in one swing. And this is Doom in the right lane. Don't have to worry about the magic portion, because we only have Ice 3 anyways.
I'm curious. I'm heavily curious how much this flash does. Only 2. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like this strat here. Yeah, I don't
At,
like that, you know.
yeah, so unfortunately, Flash does not ignore defense, and then the statue, the Water Ruin bosses, just in general, the scarier Water Ruin bosses have higher magic defense. So that may be a problem here. He may have to get creative in some other solutions to get through this.
Yeah, and it looks like on the other side of the screen with Jesus the Frog, it looks like Gao is going to go down here. Almost everybody goes down. Single hit VK on Cyan, though. We'll see if Cyan can get another swing in here. Bolt Edge comes out. I don't think they're going to survive that. No. So this is the problem with the Warring Triad flag sets. That's the word I was trying to get to at the beginning of the run. The Warring Triad flag sets, because the statues are at the end of the game. They are extremely difficult with all the scaling and everything, and you don't have the normal levels you have in a normal run sometimes.
Mhm.
So these fights can be really difficult, which is why I was suggesting doing a
What
full length
Ceres is
Rook
doing,
Kefka and then go flip around.
yeah, what Ceres is doing. So
Yeah,
because
what she's doing.
Leo and Jesus de Power are stumbling, Ceres is keeping that needle moving towards completing the game while they are reshuffling for the statue fight. So this is a window for Ceres. If they can't keep their needle moving, Ceres will surpass them here soon.
Yeah, and this is the strat that I would do again personally. And I have won head-to-head races during the Warring Trad because of that, because my opponent ran into, I want to say it was Spicy Chicken, wiped to them like 7 times,
Mhm.
and I was able to pass them because of that. And looks like Cerise is backing out. I guess
Maybe they just wanted the Inferno spot and the dragon for some levels. Maybe that was their 5th dragon? Yeah, that was their 5th dragon. They wanted the image.
Dragon 5. Okay, so now they have Calmness Protection.
They got everything protection.
Okay, so maybe they're gonna go back into this. By the way, Sigil, the only player not to have unlock, is currently at 6 characters, 8 Espers. They're trying to find their last Esper here.
I think he has 9 Espers. I think because he just reset out of that check and that was going to be an Esper and item, so I think he's
Yeah,
character
so
number 7.
yeah, I want to say they're at 9 too, because they would have stayed in there if that was the reason.
If their tracker is correct, they're at 8.
I think he
Oh, really?
manually
I
tracks.
think Sigil manually does it though.
Okay. I'm
We'll
pretty.
have to,
I'm pretty sure he's at 8 too, but we'll see.
I'm going to throw you a curveball. I think he's at 7.
Well, anyways, we'll see when we get into Kefka's Tower. We'll see when they get into then. But in the meantime, double dooms again on screen here for Leo and Frog. This again appears to be the difficult spot. Leo in a tough spot with Gao frozen now.
Mhm.
On screen, and their go only doing 300 damage with the flash. Looks like it blinded him, so not getting the fights there, but these Ice 3s are going to heal Doom up again every single time he casts those because of the Reflect. Meanwhile, on Frog's side, a little bit better situation with the fixed dice offering Setzer here. So Frog is going to take the lead here, leapfrogging over Leo in the Kefka's Tower here.
All right, looks like Leo's parting with his Thunder Rod, but unfortunately his Go-Go is only doing 1,400 damage with it.
And Saris is going to fight their first boss with Goddess here.
You know what we have left?
Spacey Chicken?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're far from out of the woods from...
That's a vanilla Spacey Chicken, isn't it?
No, he's in the middle. Doom is on the left and Goddess is on the...
That's right. That's right. So they all got shoveled.
Ooh, I like that Alexander cast because Doom is weak to Pearl, so that's another 9999 down, but still, I don't think we've done the barrier change, so I think he's still not halfway through the fight.
Yeah, and this, okay, so targeting there on Go-Go, so we'll be...
Oh, he has, okay.
Go-Go soon. By the way, Saris does get through that fight there on Goddess, so they are currently tied for second behind Leo. Or behind Jesus the Frog, by the way.
And there are sigils unlock at to Zen Thief. So yes, he was at 8 Espers, guys. I know what I'm doing sometimes when I track, okay?
But why did he back out of... I don't know.
Maybe he just really hates...
I think Glue is right. He was fishing for character number 7 for Skip because he knew that he could just go by to Zen Thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were all wrong, and
nobody's right.
some of us were partially right. Yeah.
Except for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was at 8 Espers. Right.
Well,
Hey,
you are
Schwantz,
the tracker, so...
Schwantz, while you're chiming in, are you related to the Steve 27 by chance?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's just a coincidence then.
I'm related to the Schwantz 26. He was my daddy. I'm just kidding.
Yes, you are the 27th of the line of Schwanzes.
All right, the good news for Jesus the Frog is he has the correct type of equipment for this Poltergeist fight. The bad news is we are not exactly flying off the rails with the damage, so it may be a slow one, but I think he stopped himself.
Well, he did just roll a quad 9 out of Sabin, so that was helpful.
That will come in handy.
Quick pow.
All right, he's through.
Wow, Frog did start the race very early in the early game with the lead.
Yeah.
But Leo, finding the characters first, retook the advantage away from the rest of the crew here running. But Frog managing to get through the statues first as Leo kind of runs into a buzzsaw here with Doom. Is able to have Frog leapfrog over Leo to now get to the final Kefka fight. But Leo, I think, finally getting through the Doom fight, now is going to face their spicy chicken fight. Fortunately, well, offering rags don't work in general.
Generally, yes. But I like the creativity.
Yeah, I mean, it will multi-proc, I would assume, with the offering, but, oh, I see. He it must have auto-equipped the, Valiant Knife off them, so. Oh, wait, Frog has not finished yet. He got to do Goddess. My bad. He still hasn't finished Goddess
Oh
yet.
yeah, he I think he died this
Oh,
first go
so we're
around.
actually tied still. My bad.
Yeah.
So Leo on Spicy Chicken to get to Kefka. Jesus the Frog on Goddess to get to Kefka. And I think Cerise Rose is actually on the verge of doing their Spicy Chicken to get to Kefka. So we are in a three-way tie here as Sigil just starting into Kefka's Tower now. And by the way, the 4 runners we have on our screen is not the only runners running this race. There are also several runners running in the background as well. I know Zolde's running along with, I think, maybe Dragon Lady K is also running possibly.
And
So
Kefka.
there are other runners in this race, so. Wow, and both Leo and Frog going neck and neck here, both of them getting through. But that, what? Did they just remove Reflect, but Reflect stayed on? Like, how does that work?
So some of the dragons do crazy things, weird script things when you have reflect on, but with auto reflect you can't remove it, so it just ends up the dragons wasting a turn. But hyperdrive is not wasting a turn. That will show you that's Drago.
No, that's gonna hurt. So we do have so the interesting part here, and if Frog only did 4 dragons, we're not sure. Did Frog do 5? Only 4.
No, he's not auto image, so he's only at 4.
So
Correct.
we
Only
have
4.
So we have comms protection on Cerise in Leo's side. Leo kind of going the Mirage Vest route.
I think
Cerise...
Jesus the Frog has Golem though. I think Golem was the Tritalk Esper.
Oh, okay.
So he'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay, so everybody technically has some sort of comms protection then.
I mean, you don't need it, right?
No, but it's a nice safety blanket. I like being cozy in a blanket though.
I like believing in myself.
By the way, Cerise Rose, the 3rd one into the tower, technically
Nice.
the first one on switches, now took the lead here over Leo. So Leo and Cerise are tied. I believe Leo might be on a stream delay because it did start about 45 seconds later than everybody else did. So I believe Leo has about a 45-second lead over Cerise and Jesus.
Actually, let me go pull up his stream and I'll get his timestamp. So, yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be like 30 seconds-ish, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but let's see.
Yeah, I want to say that Leo has about a 45-second technical lead here, off, like, live-wise. So although you might see Cerise Frog finish first, technically Leo is on a stream delay, so...
Yeah, he's about... he still has all 3 parts of Tier 1 up, but he's working through them, so he is like 20, 30 seconds ahead.
Okay.
On his stream.
But still, we have a 3-way race here going into Tier 1 of Kefka. As we do have the 3 tiers here. We're 4 tiers of Kefka. We're just going to go really quick through it because these guys are flying right through here. There's 3 parts of Tier 1 of Kefka. The long arm, which is the closest hand to us, the right hand. They are weak to insta-death, so Doom, X-Zone, Shoat actually works too with Petrification. That pretty much gets rid of that. Then we have the head, who's weak to fire. You want to get that one second because if you leave that one a blast, it does a really big quake effect and it pretty much kills your entire party. And last but not least is Fist. Fist is technically weak to water, but we don't really ever really find the weakness for that much of anything. But every time you do hit it, you do get counter punched in the face. So you do have to be very careful because the damage does do a lot of damage. Also, I believe, and you told me this, is also weak to Berserk. So if he wants it to hit you harder, you can do that. And by the way, Cerise is already through tier 1. They're moving on to tier 2.
Yeah, this is really where that auto image is going to come in so in handy, so much in handy, especially on tier 1. All of those scary punches. He has to pierce your image and then be able to punch you. And then you know what happens between you go tier 1 and tier 2 with auto image? Any images that would pierce, you just get right back on the next tier. So it always resets when you go between tiers. And is incredibly valuable for the final Kefka fight.
And we are still neck and neck, as Leo technically does have 30 seconds forward in time here. So we are still tied neck and neck between Sirius Rose and Leo here. We are now in the 4-headed beast of Kefka here in part 2. The first thing we want to try to kill is Tools, which is kind of middle of the screen where that feminine figure and that kind of eye of this machine there in the middle of the screen there is. We want to insta-kill that first because it's just good to kill. If we have mute the guy in the back there, the Kefka-looking guy in the back facing away from us, they are called magic. Then we'll get rid of them as well just so they can't do anything. Then the third part is you want to kill the tiger. That is the cat-looking thing in the bottom screen closest to the party. They do zombie effects and other hard hits. They are weak to ice, so if we cast Ice 3, which we do have in our party, thanks to the Doom Seed, we will be able to kill that pretty quick. And last but not least is Hits. That's the blue-looking Kefka guys hitting on top of Tiger, which is already down on Cerise's screen, by the way, that someone's already down. They're not weak to much of anything, but they don't really do anything either. But when they do die, they do 10 hits. So if we do get that demi effect right from magic there, and then hits us after that, that's when they can be a little scary. But since Hits is already down, we have to worry about that. And it looks like Magic is down 2 for Rose, and we're moving on to tier 3.
Yeah. This is the second to last tier of the final fight. We got one more to go after this one, but this is a pivotal one. But nevertheless, Image is going to solve a lot of the problems this tier 3 can give us.
So as Frog moves on to tier 2, Leo, by the way, is have their sets are frozen there on their tier 2 as we move on to tier 3 for Sirius Rose. This is now a 2-headed beast here. Merton opener. This could be bad as it doesn't do any damage to everybody because luckily we do have elemental shields on our party. Now this is a 2-headed beast here as we have the floating feminine head there in the back. That's called Girl or Lady. She has 9,999 HP on a normal C, and she dies right then and there by Gal. You have to hit her with physical damage there on non-elemental magic attacks, kind of like Quasar, stuff like that. And after that, we have Sleep, which is the Kefka figure there after she rearranged the world, is kind of sleeping there, and she watches over him. But quick double Atma swings here will pretty much take care of that. Because as you do the more damage to it, the more aggravated he's going to get. And then he does this Meteo phase here, which tries to kill your whole party with Meteo. It's technically it's a physical magical damage effect. I can't remember which it is, but it has a very high chance of missing. But that is Calmness after he kind of dies. It's an instant kill physical attack. And luckily, it missed Struggle because the image we had from the 5 dragons. Setzer goes down. We're going to go on to the final Kefka with 3 characters. By the way, Leo still on tier 2 of Kefka. I want to say Setzer was the majority of their damage here. And that's why they're kind of frozen here. Kind of slowing down the damage here versus Frog. They are currently on their tier 2 still. But Sirius Rose now at the top of the pile here for Kefka is going to face the clown himself. Go in the 5th one of the party. It's going to be kind of nice that you're going to have the Mimic effect. Where they can mimic whatever ability was used last here. So...
Yeah, it was kind of unlucky with both Leo getting that character frozen and Jesus the Frog having X-Zone miss like 4 or 5 times there. It was pretty bad. But this Kefka fight's not going to be a problem here for Sirius Rose with that quad Atma.
Yeah, I do see that Frog does have Doom as well. I think Doom has a higher hit rate than X-Zone does.
That's correct. Yes.
So technically Doom would have been probably an easier choice there. As by the way, Rose is quick swinging Atma weapon, Terra double jumping down, Gal takes the shields off, but doesn't even need them. And the Goner charge up, crack pow. Ceres is our winner for the community run at 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 30 seconds.
I'm so sorry.
And joining us in the booth already is Ceres. Hello.
I'm really sorry.
Why are you sorry? Because are you the one that rolled this?
Well, first of all, I rolled this, and I was talking about doing that one chest as a meme that I got the dragon horn out of. And I never saw another dragon horn, so I don't know if anyone else got that.
No, I don't think
Nope.
so. But, you just changed your Discord handle to, more jumps or riots. So, you know what? It was appropriate that you found the dragon horn in that chest there.
Yeah. I see we have a couple other people close to finishing, so I don't feel as bad.
Super
Well,
close race here.
Yeah, super close race, but not during the actual run. Frog really had the early lead out there, getting all the checks out there first, and then kind of merging looting after that. But then Leo was the one that found the characters with the mandatory Kefkat Narsh Terror into Cyan there. They were the first ones to find it very early on, and you were actually in Kefka's tower third of everybody, and the other one actually do 5 dragons, although Sigil did pick up their 5 dragons now. But you're the only one that had the 5 dragons before getting in when you got into the tower, and you were actually the second one going into Final Kefka, pretty close to Leo and Frog. I think all three of you kind of started at the same time.
Yeah, I assumed that if I was going to lose, it would be to wasting all that time on Strago chicks, which at least they weren't dead. But the gold dragon at Fanatics was spicy. All the time we spent on the Katana Souls were spicy.
Yeah, and actually Leo never did Burning House. So that was kind of interesting there too. But Leo actually doing Final Kefka now. Fixed Dice sets are pretty much carrying everybody in this fight. An ultimate counter from Leo! Uh-oh. This could be bad, as not quite party wiping does go straight into the Gunner charge up. Let's see if they're going to try to power through
fine.
the fight
is
here.
Fine. He's got a shield. That's GG.
Okay, yep. There goes Crack Pow for Leo. Their time is 1:18:11. Once again, Leo was on a bit of a feed delay there. So their time is 1:18:11.
Gosh, I came in here to do an interview and I haven't even had time to lay out my political agenda, and we already have someone else finishing. And Jesus is probably about to finish right behind, too.
Yeah, Frog actually going to their tier 4 as well. So your damage, the big damage dealer for you was finally finding that Terra for the Atma weapon offering quick there.
Yeah, I did have... My original plan was Strago could use the Atma. He also kept dying, so as soon as I got Terra, I was like, Strago, you are now doing nothing. Although he did use that Scimitar to great effect in Tier 2. But yeah, it was basically Atma Terra, and if I didn't have a good Atma user, Quick Jump, Gauntlet, or a Lance Mog would pave the way. But I felt like my levels were super low, which is why I did the 5 dragons. And I didn't have calmness protection.
Yeah, I think one person did find Gollum somewhere. But yeah, everybody had interesting routes going calmness protection. Leo actually, who joins us in the booth now, congrats Leo on the second place.
Thank you.
Yeah, Leo, you had an interesting way of getting around the calmness by just buying everybody a merge vest.
Yeah, so I did a little misplay there. After the dragon at the opera, I was supposed to buy the armor and then do a 3rd dragon so I could get the haste from the 3 dragons objective. And I kinda forgot and I just clicked status. So I just had to sign it anyways.
Well, you had the good early. You had pretty much the lead for majority of it because you were the one that finally unlocked the seed by finding Terra at Narsh into the Cyan at Welk.
Yeah, it was between a burning house, which nobody likes burning house, and just picking Kefkarnash. So I definitely take a peek first before going to burning house.
On the
Well,
bright side, Burning House wasn't dead, so I didn't end up on like a crazy character hunt or anything in the end. But I probably would have been better off skipping Burning
yeah,
House.
the other three competitors did do Burning House. However, Burning House was filled with katana souls.
Oh, that's funny. Did did you guys like were able to kill a Kaisel? I don't remember having a model or something.
I want to say they all killed like 5 of them
Oh.
each.
I killed 2 mostly for the money because I wanted to buy the Minervas. I found a dragon horn early in a very stupid chest, so my Gauntlet Gao Aura Lance was doing pretty well, but I did almost die to a Katana Soul, like it killed everybody else. So I think I probably wasted more time trying to get money from them. I also scored an offering from the chest that has the air anchor switch in Fnatic's Tower, which I mostly did as a joke. But that advantage went out the window when everyone was allowed to have 5 different offerings.
So you're saying, do the meme chest, folks.
Well, the meme chest that I did for the first time today did get me that dragon horn. So
Do your meme chests, people.
Yeah, don't let your memes
I
be
agree.
dreams, people. As Frog, by the way, does finish the run at 1:20:54, third overall, and third on stream as well. By the way, Frog, in that Burning House, did wipe to the final boss of Burning House, which was I forgot their name. Crap.
Dullahan?
Yeah, Dullahan. They did wipe to
Oh,
Dullahan. They had to rerun. They did rerun the Burning House after that, unfortunately.
I was excited when I got to manage the Genji Glove steal, because you don't always get Genji Glove from that steal, but I never found another good sword, despite killing
Okay.
5 dragons.
Okay, time out. You got the you got the air anchor. You also meme chest the dragon horn, and you also stole the Genji glove.
Yes, I did.
Good grief!
I did roll the seed. I was streaming the entire time. I did not check anything.
I was going to say, speaking of stealing stuff, Jesus the Frog in the Serpent Trench, trying to steal the rods from those critters.
Oh yes.
And then got bodied. So, was that when you started to stop stealing things, Jesus, from the rest of the seed on from there?
As they join us in the room, GG's Frog.
No, that was the only thing that I had that was worth stealing, and I did steal another rod from them. I just decided to steal and then use a thunder rod to kill them rather than steal and then try to kill them with flash, because they were casting stop, which is unfriendly.
Some of us just buy our rods for $1 million the old-fashioned way.
They're
Well, I
going to
already bought
stop you because
3,
they're going to try to stop you because you're stealing from them.
but I wanted more.
You
So I felt a little
greedy.
behind after that wipe. But now that I started to reveal that rod was very useful. I very nearly made it through the Fnatic's Tower Wrecked Soul, but I forgot I had an ice shield, so I didn't break it because I thought I ran out of things I could damage him with.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the boss you. Oh, my bad.
So yeah, so I wiped to Fnatic's Tower, and I knew I was behind. And then when I wiped out of Burning House and hadn't saved before killing the Martial Ogres at Ebbett's Rock, I was like, man, I just lost like 4 minutes. So I had probably about 6-7 minutes of wipes in this one, and mostly just prone stupidity.
Well, you did have the early lead because you did jump into the checks before everybody else did, and then you did the extra little looting there in Self-Figure World of Ruin. It's just that Leo found the characters first by going to Kefka and Narsh into the, of course, the Wilk check with Cyan. So that's how Leo took the lead back and pretty much had the lead the entire time until, and then Leo, you ran into a little bit of problem with Doom.
Yeah, it was rough. I had my go with Ice 3 as the only offense there versus Doom. So I had to use Flash like a lot of times. I have a Alexander Esper and one Thunder Rod. So I struggle probably 4 or 5 minutes there.
That's why I
Really
make sure it
bad.
has someone who can wear Atma or fixed dice in every lane, so I get pass around those in the offering.
Somehow I managed to teach everybody in my cart party quick, despite I think this flag set you get less magic points. So I don't know how I managed to do that. I think I just fought a lot of things that gave magic points. But I did quick
Oh.
jump like 3 or 4 times in this seed.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 5 dragons plus
Yeah.
the Magi Master at Cyan's Dream 1 giving 50 MP or whatever the equivalent of that is in this flag set, plus the Atma weapon that I think we fought somewhere else. Right, there was a lot of MP stuff to go around in this seed.
Yeah,
I guess I
definitely.
don't.
Including the stashes at the end too. So
I really thought I was gonna do Doma Dream, but some of the quick checks just got me unlock and skip pretty quick.
Well, you missed out on a Magi Master, so I don't know. I say miss as a as a subjective word there, right? So
I mean, the Mega Elixir might have been nice.
which were also for sale. They were sale for somewhere for like 30K. So
Yeah, in Zen.
I think
by
one of
the
you
way, shout
guys
out-
stole it, right? Didn't one of you
Next
guys
to the
steal it
offerings. I got one from
from Kefka?
Kefka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When in
I
doubt,
bought mine.
nab it off of Kefka. Drink School, do you have any questions for our runners?
I want to hear more about these statements by Ceres she was trying to make.
About my political agenda and jump.
Yeah, of course. Love the
Yeah,
controversy.
yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for getting to enjoy having a natural jumper who can actually use an aura lance. It's been a long time since we've had something like that in this community, so round of applause for that. Also, round of applause for me finding a dragon horn in the stupidest spot possible, and I am assuming nobody else found it.
Where was that?
It was so before this race, I was talking about how my new meme chest idea was the World of Balance house of the guy who built the Colosseum. And I had just done something in Collingen, so I decided to check it, and it was a dragon horn.
So vanilla hero ring.
Yes.
There was also an offering in the in Fanatics Tower in the room with the air anchor switch. But if you went to Burning House, you weren't struggling to find offerings. Anyway, jump is good. Use jump strats in War of the Magi and everywhere else. Give us a flag that makes all jumps 4 jumps. Quick jump is a thing. I know it's not very quick. That's not what the word quick. I didn't translate it, Dwyer. If you're out there.
Dwyer's not here, but keep going.
Anyway, quick
Catching
isn't
strays, wow.
fast. But you can quick and jump, and you can skip stuff with it. You can break through Meteo phase with it. Jumps are good. Why is 3 jumps 16% and 4 jumps is like 6%?
I think it should be 50-50, 3 or 4.
I think there should be a
All the
flag
time.
for it at least.
It's Final Fantasy VI math. It's like how Gao, only shows up on the Velt, 5/8 of the time, but actually not really. It's
Yeah,
it's
you
Final
actually can
Fantasy
spend
VI.
10 minutes.
But on a slightly serious note with the jumping, and then I'll be done. If in War of the Magi, you're guaranteed to get an Aura Lance, so keep that in mind.
well, I mean, anything's better than Moogle's math. We're trying to do the dances. I mean,
Yeah, that's there's a logic behind it, but the way the logic works is it will always use snare. If you have snare or snowball, it doesn't matter where in the order it is, it will always use that.
Leo, do you have any political agendas you would like to push as well?
Not really. Just the community is really great here. Hopefully we get more people in there.
Very well said, my friend.
Does that mean I should be friendlier with my statements?
I was hoping, I was
no.
hoping for that to go off the rails, but I'm an anarchist.
Well, you have your Yeti shtick. You can do that. I think Yeti should be allowed to jump.
Well, we do have some other runs here coming up here in the not too distant future. By the way, Gaming for Hope, who we just did an event, Worlds Collide, on there to help them with their Gamers Against Suicide event, where we helped raise $1,700 for that cause. We do have another one might be coming up soon, where me and Dwaya might go head to head to see which girl is the best girl, with a Celeste versus Terra run. So that should be interesting. We're still working out how that's going to work. But yeah, so basically I'll be using Celeste, she'll be using Terra on the same exact seed, and we'll see how that goes.
All right, Jesus the Frog. Any other thoughts on this seed or the flag set in general?
Yeah. Well, flag sets, it's my favorite of the flag sets for War of the Magi. Probably my favorite flag set of any event we've had, actually. I really love Doom. I will say that the thing I wanted to mention is you really only need one or two effective characters, even in War of the Magi, especially in Final Kefka. And my evidence for this is I remembered my party was Terra, Gao, Setzer, and Strago, but I forgot that I had de-equipped Strago, so I could swap around equipment. I never put anything on him again. So I had Strago wearing no relics and no equipment of any kind in Final Kefka, and it was totally fine.
So, in other words, you had naked grandpa.
I did. Naked Grandpa pulled his own weight. Like, he cast Life 2. He was casting X Zone. He was fine. He didn't need gear.
I mean, the X Zone did miss a few times, though.
The X Zone missed like 8 times. It's kind of aggravating. But his Life 2 was helpful.
Yeah, as long as I think with the world. Oh boy, here comes another ultimate counter. That's the second one we've seen on stream, and I think we'll be fine though. Yeah, we're fine. This Gao's still up in the air. See, this is why you use jump. Avoid ultimate counters, folks.
Yeah, I saw Gao had jump. And I was like, oh, Gao can wear fixed dice. He can wear Aura Lance. It's great. But I stuck the Magic plus 2 Osper on him at level 3. So he had like 80 magic power, even in this flag set. So I was like, you know what? He'll just use Flash and Ice 2. That's fine. He was doing about 5,000 damage with Flash on Final Kefka, so it was fine.
Paparazzi Gao.
There he is.
Well, between a flashing Gao and naked Grandpa Strago, a very questionable party.
This is a PG-13 stream, sir.
That's all
And-
PG-13.
Wow.
Jumping onto something Jesus the Frog said, if you only have enough gear for 2 like reasonable characters, it's good to remember who else can wear that gear, so you can strip your Giga Chad Terra, put that on someone else while they do their lane, and then you can just put it all back on Terra. So it's good to keep in mind who can wear your Atmas, your fixed dices, things like that.
Yeah, if you have good
And just
armor,
make sure they're all in
weapons,
different lanes.
only one Stoma Flare, one Minerva. Yeah, make sure you know who can wear what. Split it up so you can trade around the equipment to get through statues. That's what I had to do this time, and it's very viable.
Yeah, my Strago was a temporary MVP against Poltergeist, and then went immediately back to being useless when we got into Final Kefka. Oh, one more quick question since I have smart people here. Does Scimitar Insta-Death not work with Offering?
It does.
It'll only
does.
work on the very last swing.
Okay.
Not for me. I have
No,
tried
you've done it with.
on another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Go-
does
go
it for
find
each
a-
time. I don't know.
Go find a Humpty fight and swing it, and you will bang your head against the wall.
Well, that's because with instant death weapons, they will always instant death an undead thing, and Humpties are undead, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hit Doom Train with it like 10 times and it didn't do it.
I don't know. I always thought it's only on the last swing, which is why,
No.
I mean, There's other reasons why you should never do Illumina or Ragnarok with an offering, but that's one of them, right? You're not going to get the crit at all, and you won't get the proc until the very last time. But that's what I thought it was. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. Somebody in the chat, or maybe if you're watching this on YouTube, hi from the past. If you're on YouTube, let us know. I might just have to dive deep into a game facts document. It's my new favorite thing to put me to sleep at night.
Wow. People work really hard on those.
I mean, at
They
least they're
used to
being
give out
read?
gift cards if
Question
you made a
mark?
good one. They give you like rewards when you make good ones.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. That I didn't know. All right, so let's do some. Did we do runners' final thoughts? Let's do runners' final thoughts. Let's go first place. Saris Rose, final thoughts.
Thanks everybody for doing comms and tracking and all the hard stuff, while the rest of us just get to play video games and have fun. And play the Worlds Divided async that Jazer put up.
Yes, that sounds. It sounds like a lot of fun. So definitely gonna hop in on that.
If you don't know what Worlds Divided is, it's Worlds Collide, but the bosses, loot, shops, and random encounters are shuffled within their own worlds. So World of Balance bosses are easier, World of Ruin bosses are harder, and then you have better loot in World of Ruin, but I don't want to say better shops in World of Balance, but earrings are easier to find in World of Balance, and that's mostly what people are shopping for.
Yeah, so the randomization is done on a world basis instead of through all of the shops all at once.
Yeah. It also means no more 4 Ultros Kefka's Tower.
All right, so we do have an answer from chat. Darkness says, the algorithm guide indicates offering disables magical attacks from activating. So then that begs the question, is the cleave instant death proc on the scimitar a magical attack or not? I'm guessing it probably is, but...
No.
All right, so now we're back to square one, and the answer is question mark.
All right, let's go back a little bit further. I think it was called. I looked it up. It was like a bounty program. But if you had even if you submitted a guy for not part of the bounty, okay, I'll stop.
So anyway, thank you, Saris Rose, for volunteering to be on Restream as well. Can't have the races without the runners. We'll move on to Leo. Leo, final thoughts, last words about the seed or about how great we are in general.
About the seat, I want to say I'm really sad that I click status instead of entrance. My biggest misplay of this seat.
There you go.
Nothing that I can do after I haven't saved for like 10 minutes. I did not wipe to like guardian spot.
Saving,
Real quick,
saving is for suckers.
I just did offering Scimitar, and it killed on the very first hit, and on the second hit on another attempt.
You're welcome.
And that's all I have to say.
Coming back, I'm pretty sure this is like my second community race. I mean, I have played races and other stuff, like the Ultros League. I think it was 7, the last one. Ultros League 7. I played that. The community is really great. Like, even if you don't really interact with the community, or are you when I started looking at Worlds Collide, I only watched videos. Like, I took a long time of just watching bots of the runs before I started doing my first run.
That's what I did too. High five.
Yeah.
Nice. And finally, if you're a new player and maybe you're, I don't know, on the Mobile Cup or doing your first Ultros League season, like Ultros League 8, whenever that is happening, remember to have fun. Being a new player with people that has a lot more years of experience in the other side can be scary, can be discouraging, like the times. But remember to have fun. You will have your good times. You will improve, and it will happen eventually. That's it.
Preach. Motivational
Very,
speech.
very well said, my friend.
All right, so that brings us to Jesus the Frog, who has indicated that my noise gate is having fits. Hopefully, it's not like that out on the stream either, but I'll look into that after the stream.
Oh yeah. No, just thanks for putting the race on. It's always fun to do a community race. Saving is not overrated. I didn't save before Burning House. It looked like that got me. I lost like 4 minutes. So save often. Public service announcement for today.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for volunteering to be on Restream. We can't have the races without the runners, so really appreciate that, and for helping shape what we were going to run tonight. I basically said, I don't really care what we run, because I'm just here to watch the bloodshed, and you guys made it happen, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. Also want to give a big shout out to Saberwolf and Drinks Glue doing the commentary tonight. Thank you so much for jumping in and talking the talk.
You're very welcome.
And
It was
Sigil, if you're
our
out there,
pleasure.
we love you.
Yep, Sigil did finish 1:33.19, but had to dip for an interview, so that's why he's not here. However, that gives us more time to chat with our other friends that are in the booth. So, Glue, do you want to give any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, thank you to Saberwolf for joining me tonight. Thank you, Schwantz, for putting this all together, per usual. I know I joke all around about you being a well guy, but you're actually a fantastic guy. Swell doesn't do you justice.
Again, that's an opinion, not a fact. I know before you said it's a fact that I'm a good guy. That's not a fact. That's an opinion. Anyway, semantics aside, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching out there. Whether you watched it on Twitch or you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be doing one of these again soon. I believe on Wednesday on the Speed Gaming family of networks, we will have a Moogle Cup race between Malkier and Darkness. Old school versus new school. Malkier has been around in the community for a very, very long time. One of the OGs, hadn't played for a while and is now coming back and getting back into it via the Moogle Cup. And Darkness, I believe, Saberwolf, that is your mentee, correct?
That is my Moogle, and they've already improved their times by about 30 minutes. Played a lot of Archipelago coming into this tournament, so they were familiar with Worlds Collide, but not how to actually super focus, hyper focus, speed run it. Because they were mixing other games with Worlds Collide, but now they know how to speedrun this game now. And I tell you, they're dropping 1 hour 20 and 1 hour 15 minute times. I mean, they're going insane. So it should be a really, really good match that night.
Yeah, so that'll be on Wednesday. And then, Saberwolf, I believe you also mentioned we've got something going on Saturday. This upcoming Saturday is the Figaro Brothers birthday celebration. So that'll be next Saturday around the same amount of time, or same time period rather, that this race is. So if you're around, it's going to be a fun Saturday night. And that's what's coming up on Worlds Collide. So now you don't have to go read the Moblitz Chronicle, although you probably should, to play Connections and Strands, because those are always really fun to play. And I think that'll do it, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Later.
Good night.